Ma'am, I am about to get so much hate. Y'all know. You know what's so funny is that I am so damn big. Like, y'all, I'm so big that, like, no one ever tries to, like, come up to me and, like, talk shit. I've been in a couple bar fights before. You know what I mean? Who hasn't? But it's so funny how, like, low key, I've always been scared to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. I've said this numerous times for years now. If you guys have been on the channel for a hot minute, y'all know that I'm like, oh, I want to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race stuff so much. But I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. I watch Bussy Queen's videos. I don't know if you guys have seen him before. He talks solely about like drag race drama. I love his videos. He gets so much hate. Like so many queens on Twitter talk shit about him, and I'm like, every time that I watch his videos, even when he's doing his like, what is it called, like hot or rot or whatever, where he's like critiquing people's looks, I still think that he keeps it really cute. I think that he keeps it like cuter than the judges on RuPaul's Drag Race. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, us as like humans, we're going to have opinions about drag queens' looks when they're on TV and it's a competition show. So I'm like, I don't understand why he gets so much hate. I really don't get it. But I'm gonna be so real with you guys. With the amounts of hate that he gets on social media, it kind of steered me away from wanting to make Drag Race commentary because I'm like, yo, I got so many thoughts and opinions about RuPaul's Drag Race. It has been my favorite show literally since season 1. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It has been my go-to. Me and my homegirl Genevieve, every single Friday, I'm going to sound like an alcoholic right now. Back when they used to have 36 packs of Bud Light, I think that they barely brought them back because they changed them to like 30 packs for a minute. Anyways, we would get a 36 pack of Bud Lights every single Friday and we would watch RuPaul's Drag Race. It was like our thing to do, I want to say for like a good 4 or 5 years. And it has just been a part of my life, so I would love to do commentary about it. But I just feel like the Drag Race fandom is... Y'all, they're crazy. I am so sorry, but here's my theory on it. This is just my theory. I feel like a lot of them are so damn hateful because I think that they still have so much resentment and anger and hurt inside of them. Do you know what I mean? For whatever reason it is. And I feel like they look for somewhere to like, you know, filter that out at, and they want to take it out on somebody. And I have to say, I don't know, I just feel like at the end of the day, anybody who watches RuPaul's Drag Race, we all got opinions. If you're watching the show, you're gonna have an opinion on their mini challenge, on their main challenge, on their runway looks, on their acting challenge. Like, it's a competition show. Of course you're going to have critiques, you know. Anyways, so I'm probably gonna get heat for this, but whatever, y'all. I'm telling you, 2025, I'm giving up. Like, I swear to God, I'm literally giving up the fact of, like, people are going to hate me. It is what it is. No matter what I say, I get onto the internet and I try to be so, like, you know, rational. I try to be so objective. I try to be so, like, down the middle and see both sides of the story and both sides of whatever situation that's going on. And I've just realized now, no matter how, you know, politically correct you try to be, someone's still gonna bash you. Someone's still gonna hate you. Someone's still gonna shit talk you. Do you know what I mean? So 2025, I tell you what, I'm getting over it. I really am. If I get hate, I get hate. Cool. Don't really give a shit. Anyways, moving on into this, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be talking about Tyra Sanchez, okay? And you know what's so funny? Is someone like Tyra Sanchez, and y'all will call me naive, and you guys will say that, I'm too nice or whatever. But I look at somebody like Tyra Sanchez who has been in... Y'all, she's been in the news before. She got arrested multiple times before. I look at her and I'm like, clearly there is some mental struggles going on within her. I do think that she does need some type of mental health. If you guys have kept up with her career throughout the years, she's just really, really out there. She's kind of like, honestly, if you guys know who Azalea Banks is, she kind of reminds me of Azalea Banks. Like, she's just kind of cuckoo. Do you know what I mean? And I think that it's unfortunate that, like, there's no one really there like giving them help. Do you know what I mean? They just kind of have like free reign to act however they want to act. And I think that it sucks that there's no one there to help like rehabilitate them. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is where even normally I'm talking about Tyra, and what she did is so wrong. So wrong. Y'all, and it's so crazy coming from y'all, I got a dark sense of humor. I told you guys before, like, one of my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorite comedians is Anthony Jeselnik. If you guys have watched his stand-up specials on Netflix, y'all know I like dark humor. This, to me, I literally have goosebumps right now, is so grimy, so dirty, just so wrong. And I'm just like, oh, even if she does have like mental issues or whatnot, it's like, okay, a lot of us out there have mental issues. Do you know what I mean? But it's us as adults, it's our responsibility as adults to go and handle that, to go and get it fixed. Do you know what I mean? To go and look for some type of tools to help us through this. And I'm so sorry, but this is where my, you know, me being nice runs out for Tyra Sanchez, because I think she's a straight up bitch. I really do. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory in case you guys don't know too much about Tyra Sanchez. She actually, I want to say, was she the season 2 winner? I want to say season 2 or 3 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, which I want to say shortly after that, she just went on this whole tirade of like hating drag, talking shit about people, like really going crazy on Twitter, and so many people ended up hating her from that. But I guess there was still a lot of good within it because she did have a lot of fans. Honestly, she was a really good drag queen, and I really do think that she did deserve to win. I want to say was Raven on that season though. I just have to say this. I'm so sorry. I just felt like Raven should have won because Raven was like my girl ever since way back then. We're going to get into the whole topic. This is a little bit of context right here. In case you guys do not know a little bit of history about Tyra Sanchez, she has been arrested multiple times now, okay? And for acting out really crazy. I'm going to read actually from Entertainment Weekly about the second reason as to why she got arrested. And then I'm going to talk about some things leading up to right now. But just that way you guys have a little context that clearly she's she a little crazy. This is what the headline says right here. James Ross, formerly known as RuPaul's Drag Race winner Tyra Sanchez, in jail after protesting with dildo. I'm so sorry. It just sounds kind of funny. Ross, who won season 2 of the competition, was arrested in Florida after protesting while wearing a big old dildo. Police have confirmed to EW. By the way, reading this article, it says ew. Like, I'm just kind of like, maybe a bad name if it's like ew. Anyways, James Ross, formerly known as RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, never mind. Literally just every article always repeats itself. And y'all talk shit about me for repeating myself. And then I go and read an article. It's the same damn thing. Anyways, by the way, I forgot to mention too that this was actually in 2023. That's when this was published. Ross was arrested Thursday after publicly protesting his initial May 17th arrest for allegedly resisting arrest after a car accident in Stark, Florida. An incident from which EW exclusively obtained body cam footage. By the way, I'm not going to play that because I do think there's copyrights on that. So y'all can check it out. Google it. You guys will see what I'm talking about. And this is a quote right here. We've arrested James William Ross. He came out and was in his little outfit, and he had the police sign, hanging it up and showing and dancing. Chief of Police Jeff Johnson tells EW he was in a little G-string with a black bra on. It still was within the freedom of speech category. The problem we had was it was an intersection with a construction zone, but it wasn't really causing a traffic problem. Johnson explains that it became an issue when Ross went home and returned after strapping on a big old dildo under his tights. He comes back out on the road and starts shaking it, and that's when people started stopping and cussing at him and causing a traffic problem. It was bad from there on, says Johnson, adding that Ross will be booked on one charge for breach of peace. There is still the rest of the article. If you guys would like to read it, you guys can head to Entertainment Weekly. The whole purpose for me reading that is because I wanted you guys to know that clearly Tyra is just, I want to say for the past, maybe like 7-8 years that she's just been doing like erratic type of things and really acting up on social media and saying some really, really crazy things. I want to go ahead and fast forward to now, actually just happened within the past week, the Vivienne, which this literally broke my heart. Like, honestly, y'all, I became such a huge fan of the Vivienne from RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. I forget exactly which season. Was it All Winners? I want to say it was. Yeah, it was All Winners. Which, by the way, I have to say, if Jinx Monsoon wasn't such a powerhouse, I really do think that the Vivienne would have won Drag Race All-Stars All Winners. I really do think so because the Vivienne is so talented. I had no desire to watch Drag Race UK up until seeing the Vivienne on All Stars, and I was like, I have to watch it because I immediately became an instant fan, and I thought that she was so amazing. Unfortunately, she passed away, and this is where this whole thing had came up onto Twitter, and I have to say, like, this is not a joke. I have to say, like, I feel like, because I'm trying to look at this at like different lights, because once again, I really do. I have a dark sense of humor, so I understand, because y'all have been in some really, really tragic, oh my gosh, tragic situations in my life, and I do crack a joke out of them. I really do, because I feel like within our family, our best medicine is to just crack a joke about it, and we're going to laugh it off even when it's the darkest of things. So I'm trying to come from it in an understanding of like, oh, well, maybe it was a joke. I don't think this was a joke, especially coming from Tyra. Like, it just seems over and over again that Tyra's a really hateful person. Like, I don't know what it is that's going on in his brain, but he's just really, really hateful and has done multiple things like this throughout the years. So this stems back from the Vivienne making a tweet on July 27th of 2020, so a long time ago. Bet Tyra was fuming when she realized Netflix spoiled the win too. Sorry, gal, you tried though. Which, is just a cute little read. Obviously, we all know that drag queens are just a little bit shady, and it's obviously just entertainment. Do you know what I mean? Well, after learning that the Vivienne did pass away, Tyra Sanchez quote tweeted that and said, yet it doesn't compare to the fumes of the crematorium. I am so sorry, but this to me, I was just like, damn. Like, if you had any beef with the Vivian tweeting this, you very easily could have said something way back then. Like, you're gonna wait until she passes, and literally to do it, I want to say that she tweeted this the day after the Vivian passed, which to me, I was just like, ugh. Like, Tyra Sanchez, if Tyra Sanchez had any fans out there still, I'm looking at you sideways. I'm sorry, because after this, I was like, no. But then Candy Muse, I love Candy Muse, by the way. That reminds me, I have to finish watching The House of Villains. I want to say I'm on episode like 5. I need to, don't spoil it for me in the comments, y'all. Candy Muse wrote back to her and said, I've defended you for years, but now you can absolutely go fuck yourself. And if our paths were to ever cross, it's absolutely on sight, bitch. It's not a threat, it's a promise, you disgusting person. Period. I'm sorry, I agree with every little bit of that statement, and kudos to you, Candy. And then Tyra writes back, threats received, prepare your funeral. This whole thing continued on more and more, and I am so sorry, but it's just, it says a lot about Tyra Sanchez. And I know that there's going to be people out there, oh, well, like, she has a mental issue and whatnot, but it's like, okay, at what point do we make a change? At what point do we say to ourselves, I need help, I need to go get that help? Do you know what I mean? Because look, I can definitely understand how some people in their life, you know, are going through a really tough time mentally and going through, you know, a mental illness or a mental struggle, whatever the case may be, and they do some erratic things. I totally understand that. I completely get it. And I do think at the end of the day, us as humans, like, we should be a little bit more forgiving, right? But with Tyra specifically, like I said, and that's the whole reason of me reading that article, she has been acting erratic for years now, years and years and years. So it's just kind of like, okay, at what point do we just say, like, okay, screw this bitch? Like, honestly, straight up, screw this bitch. Clearly, she's, like, not looking for help for herself, so why don't we just all just, boop, cut her ass off? Do you know what I mean? The fact that she still has followers on Twitter is crazy to me, because I'm like, girl, unfollow her ass. She did say some other things. If you guys are interested, you guys can go ahead and check out her Twitter. It's that damn Tyra, who, by the way, I have to say, I think that she quit drag, so I think it's kind of funny that she ended up, you know, still being on Twitter. Anyways, oh, I have to say too, thank God, because everyone was saying that she needs to be, like, decrowned or uncrowned. I don't know the terminology of that. From RuPaul's Drag Race, like, you know, Hall of Fame type of thing. And RuPaul actually posted on TikTok this video that you guys seeing right here, to where they were doing an acting challenge in, I want to say, season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race, to where he was slapping her. And I was like, good. I really do feel like at the end of the day, everyone should speak up about that, because I'm sorry, but that type of behavior is just so, it's just so nasty, honestly. Anyways, I want to say rest in peace to the Vivian. I am literally so sad by that. Like, 32 years old, like, she had such a life ahead of her. And on top of that, too, she was actually, I want to say she was going to be doing another play within the coming weeks, too. So I'm just like, damn, like, I was so looking forward to seeing her on more spin-offs of RuPaul's Drag Race, because I think she is so talented in every which way, in comedy, in acting, in looks. Y'all, some of the looks that she pulled out, her make, I literally have goosebumps right now. You guys, you ain't gonna be able to see them. I have to say, I really, really love her and adore her, so I hope that she rests easy. As for you, Tyra, bitch, fuck you. Fuck you, Tyra. That's what I have to say to you. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.